That says something cool. Look at me go. Why, hello there, everybody. Today we've got a little bit going on. A little bit of an update. We've made some more progress over here on this beautiful machine that's beginning to look a little more like a Chevy, but that's just because of the lack of Ford exterior parts. But we're not working on that today. I've got lots of stuff done. I've done lots of videoing. I am absolutely terrible at editing and getting that stuff done on time, so I do apologize. But today we are going to be working on a completely different machine. Let me go ahead and come on out here. We're going to be working on this toy today. I've got my reflection over here. I can almost see what I'm doing. Oil cooler. We're going to remove this thing's oil cooler and rebuild it and put it back on, and hopefully put some fresh oil in the dang thing and see if we can get that thing one step closer to being street ready, street available, street worthy. We're going to see if we can make this thing street worthy today. Tune in for that. I'll be right back. Here we are in front of the beast. I've got myself some shade going on here because it's crazy hot here. The thing we're going to be working on is going to be this oil cooler. Let's see if I can get you in here. Hold on. Let me go ahead and squeeze. It's going to be this thing right down there. Come on now. This thing is what we're going to change out. That's the oil cooler. It's got a front portion that's got to come off, and then there's a back portion back there. I have been told that the best way to do that is to lift up the whole thing, and that'll make space to get it all out. But I've actually been told by another mechanic you can actually pull that oil cooler out without removing the truck. So that's what we're going to attempt to do today. The oil cooler is going to have to come apart and be separated, and then we're going to have to turn around and put it back together, for lack of better terms. We're going to have to reassemble it in the truck, which should be doable, I would think. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to go grab some tripods and get y'all set up, and then I'm going to go back and forth a little bit and grab some tools, so we'll be right back. So first, and I would say probably foremost, in a job like this, it's time to release the fluids. Now, the easiest way to do this over here is by the outlet in the bottom of the radiator. But I'm sure there's 100 different ways to do it. My radiator might not even have any liquid in it. Of course, you want to do the oil too. As you can see, mine's quite milky. These things have a tendency to get that way whenever you run it with water in there. Pretty sure it's oil coming out now. Might still be water, who knows? Anyway, I'm going to show you my little mechanisms here for removing all these fluids, and that way you know how to do the thing. And then we'll start unbolting stuff. Here is my mechanism here. This is on the driver's side of the radiator. And it's just a little wing nut that's right up in here. That's how you get that undone. Now, I don't hear any liquid coming out of mine. Mine might very well be empty, but that is just run over here into this bucket to collect there. And then over here, typical oil exchange stuff. I don't know ever what size those are, so that's the wrench that I used because I don't have the time to figure that out. I'm going to go ahead and see if this thing is plugged up. It might very well be. Let's see if I can give this a try. Sometimes they get plugged up with rust and all the other jazz that you got in there, so... Oh, there was liquid coming out. Well, I got nothing coming out, so... Either I have a very empty radiator, or I have very weak... blowing skills, I guess is what you'd call that. Let's get that back in there. There is liquid coming out. It is collecting liquid. Just not sure exactly what we're collecting just yet. Elegant. Okie dokie. Gotta watch out for all this extra oiliness. So the trouble we are getting ourselves into today. First of all, up here we've got to take out these bolts up here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Kind of hard to see, I know. Actually, I wonder if I can adjust this. Hold on. Boop. Oh! Ho ho ho! Alright, we got to take out these bolts over here. Let me see if I can actually poke you up there, because you can see better than I can. There's a bolt that's got to come out. I believe that these two have to come on out. I don't think these have to come out. I think that those are fine. And then over here, looking back in that direction, through that hole, you could see there's a bolt there. There's a bolt there. I think there's a bolt over there. That might be all, honestly. Looking at the gasket, there's only a couple of holes. So what I've gone ahead and done is got the box this thing came out of here for the cover. And I've labeled on it a forward direction and a top direction. And I'm just going to poke the bolts into these things so I remember which location, because I think that these are all different. But all that's going to stay in there unless I unbolt it. So I'm going to go ahead and get to that portion. Let me go ahead and turn this light off. I'm going to set you aside, and I think I'll do... Come on, off goes the light. I think I'll set you aside, and then we'll go from there. Alright, now be warned. Just about everything on these IDIs is known and notorious for being messy. So just be ready to have to wipe off a lot of gunk. So I'm going to try to take the back end out first. And you know what I should probably do before I go too far? Let's see if I can undo this guy. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alrighty. This needs to go counterclockwise. I managed to get some dust in my eye still, despite the fact that I'm wearing glasses specifically to avoid that. One trick is you can poke a hole in these things. It'll help you not get oil all over the place, but I have not allotted myself the time really to do that today. So, messy way is about the only way for me today. Come on now. I might need to hit this with some ooga-doogas. Get this bastard off of here. Man, oh man. Who the hell tightened this bastard on here? Right, this is the right direction. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of clockwise. Man, oh man, somebody did not want this coming off. I'm gonna climb around, push it from the other side. Alright, here we go. Oh, am I tightening it? Oh, it can't be. Yeah, that should be loosening. Oh, did you just collapse on me? Sure did. Son of a gun. Come on. Just rotate for me. Oh. Watch this have belonged to somebody who was petty in the past and angry at their boss or some equivalent drama. And they felt the need to install this with some Loctite in an effort to prevent them from ever having hopes of getting it off. Because holy cow! As I was saying, messy. Okay, this is going to be kind of towards the back. Ooh, smells like a kind of a burnt oil smell. Very familiar to me. Reminds me of Autotech. Way long ago. Kind of wish the stroke was slightly taller. It'd be a little bit easier to work on. My dog's barking again. They're really voting hard today for the attention. They really, really want it. Oh no, that's a long one. Oh, that's a really long one. Yeah, that should be all. This back should be ready to come off. Pry bar once again. See if you can be for the win. One hand, work with me. Woohoo! That'll do it. Oh man, made a mess and all. Look at me go. Sit you back up like so. I feel like the sun's not getting along with us very well. Let me go ahead and pause it here and reset. Okay, this I may have to skip camera-wise because my camera's not cooperating with me. But I got this piece loose over here, and I might be able to pry that out if I can. I'm going to go ahead and give that a try. The front over here, if you can still see it, that is. So maybe I'll go around this way. There we go. This piece is still bolted in. Well, let me give you some light. This piece is still bolted in over here. This is the front half of the cooler. And I got this piece loose over here, and I can maybe wiggle jiggle it and pull it backwards, but the problem is that if I try to film, you can see that little haze there on the right hand side of your screen, or let's see if I can do, maybe turn off the light. As I do this, see how that haze right there on the bottom of the screen? It's causing me recording issues and I can't quite get good footage of it. So you can see what I've done so far. If it comes down to it, these two nuts right here, those two in the center of the screen, can come undone, and the whole engine can rotate up a little bit and we can pull it all out. So hopefully it doesn't come on down to that, but we have this option if it does come down to that. Okay, I couldn't quite get it wiggle jiggled out the side over there, so what we're going to do instead is unbolt the front of the intercooler and see if we can't wiggle jiggle it out and then rebuild it on the outside of the truck. Now, as far as I know, in order to do that, we actually have to lift up the driver's side of the engine. There's two nuts we have to undo if that happens to be the case, but we're going to try to do it without first and see how that goes. Alrighty. Must be one of those, huh? Luckily, it doesn't take much to break them loose. It's okay, DIYers at home. It's not that bad. I thought it'd be worse, to be honest. That's a front bolt. And I should be able to do the same thing up there. I'm doing lots of weird yoga here just to get this captured. Whew! That's a success! Alright, now time to make more mess. Unless there's another bolt up here. Oh, there sure is! There sure is! Right there. Here we go. Okay, I'll move you. Right. Find it, dang thing. Let's see, that's the edge. There it is, right there. Right up there. You can see it just barely. Let me go ahead and sit you down. I can get my finger up there and point it out to you. It's this bolt right here. Right there. I've already got it loose. I'm gonna go ahead and feel it there just in case. Oh no, there is a fourth bolt right there. It's really tough to see. Man, I wish this thing was more fisheye. It'd be a lot easier for you guys to see this kind of stuff. Right there is another bolt. And there's a water hose right in the way. But luckily, I have a thing for that. Come on, there we go. Success! Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and move y'all over here. You can see whatever mess is about to be made. Oh, cooperate with me, come on. I don't know what the hell we're about to encounter, but you're about to see. Woohoo! Alright. Let that dribble for a while and I'll pick it back up. Alright, so we got some more of that solar effect going on, but there's nothing I can really do about it at the moment. I'm going to try to give this thing a wiggle jiggle and a yank. See if I can't get this dang thing out of here. I hear that it's going to be tough to do. And so I'm kind of expecting it. And I don't think the thing is honestly going to come out of there without moving the engine. Yeah, that's about it right there. Dang. Well, let's go ahead and move the engine. So in order to lift up the engine, we have to remove this nut here and this nut here. And for some dumb reason, they're 18 millimeter. I have no idea why. So, 18 millimeter installed. Got myself a hefty ratchet. Hopefully I don't need to have any crazy torque on this because I'm not in a good position to be able to apply a lot of torque to this. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank goodness. Now I'm going to go ahead and place a piece of wood underneath of this engine. And that's how we're going to lift it today. But I'm going to go ahead and time cut to getting both these off because you don't want to watch me just remove nuts all day. So, boop. Not there. Do not want to lift there. Alright, there we are.